Hello and welcome back. Hello. Right, so took a win today. And yeah, it was a super solid trade. It actually, now I'm looking back at it, is better than what I remembered it to be at the time. Um, I wasn't entirely convinced of it, which doesn't sound great. What I mean by that is it wasn't as strong as I thought it was, so I de-risked somewhat for the trade. Um, Now it played out really well, and looking back, it actually was stronger than I thought initially. Um, so yeah, let's just go straight through it. There's not really too much to talk about, so we'll just dive straight back into it, and we'll get going. So, coming into market, there was a few areas that I had sort of marked out. Now we took the trade on Nasdaq today, so we were making this move down. Now, again, we've yesterday we made that move down where I took that loss. We then moved back up. We created quite some quite very strong draws to the upside. So we had London here, hourly high, and then all time high, along with another hourly high just below it. And on ES we had literal equal highs here and here. So we had both of those draws that we were looking to sort of target. Now, I thought price would either go very quickly up or continue downwards and then make its move up. So I had a couple of areas marked coming into market. Now, on ES, we had Asia low and we had a 15-minute low here. So I'll just show the 15-minute low just here, which was also part of a hourly fair value gap, which was, I'll just mark it out for you, which was there. So we tapped into that gap. We swept both Asia and this 15-minute low here that I had marked out. Now on Nasdaq, we didn't sweep Asia and we didn't come anywhere near this 15-minute low or here. But what we did do is we'd already respected this gap, and we'd then formed this SMT from Asia to here, and then on ES, obviously we had Asia low down to this down to that low here. So we had that SMT that I kept an eye on. Now from here, what do I need to see? I need to see a confluence that yes, price is going to move back upwards and potentially go higher throughout the day. So I was looking at Nasdaq. Sorry, that's annoying me. There we go. Yeah, I was looking at Nasdaq. Now, the first bit of confidence we had was this was on the 5 minute. We broke structure back to the upside. So right here, there we go. We broke structure on the 5 minute. That's a good confluence for me that price is likely to go higher. I now need to see a continuation confluence. So from here, we had this 5 minute fair value gap open up, which was respected right here. So price moved up, tapped back into it, and we respected that gap. So for me, we've had that confirmation that price is likely to go higher on the 5 minute. We've got the SMT behind it. We've also swept lows on ES, and now we've confirmed that price is likely to continue higher with us respecting this 5 minute gap. Now, where I took my entry was on the 1 minute. So again, we've had confirmation, then we've had our continuation, and now I need to see confirmation on the 1 minute, to be able to enter. And we had that in the form of this 1 minute inversion of this gap here. So we moved down and then we moved higher. So this moved down here, opened up this 1 minute gap, tapped into the 5 minute fair value gap, and then we inversed on this candle here, and that's where I entered on my trade. So literally when this candle closed, I entered. We hopped into the trade. As you can see, we moved down, and when I said to you at the start, I wasn't entirely convinced with the trade. I de-risked quite a lot, so I only put 4 micro contracts onto this trade, which I believe was like I want to say $350 per account. I'll put it at the bottom again, just so you can see my risk. So I'll put that now for you. But it wasn't much. I didn't want to risk too much. I think it was a mix between how price was moving. We'd made a big move down. I didn't realize the Confluences were actually as strong as what they were, which sounds a bit weird, but I just didn't have a lot of conviction in it at the time. I thought price would go higher, especially with them draws to the upside. Equal all-time highs on ES, and we had quite a strong few draws on NQ as well. And then obviously we had these Confluence to help it, but yeah, I just decided to de-risk. Now, a win is a win, and obviously we made good money today, so I'm never going to complain about that. But should I have used my usual risk, we would have had a seriously good day today. But that's for another day. So we entered here, and you can see I had this high here. So this was a 5-minute high, marked out here. And once price moved past that, that's actually where I put my stops to break even. Again, just purely, I don't think I really would have moved them until maybe we inverse this gap usually. So I probably would have waited for that closure, or maybe on the 15-minute waited for um, either this breaker structure here on the 15-minute or this inversion of this gap here. That's typically what I would probably wait for in order to move my stops to break even. And to be honest, looking at it now, we actually weren't probably far off that. But where I actually moved my stops on the day was when we swept this level here. So we swept this 5-minute high right here. And yeah, I moved my stops straight away to break even. And we'd made that big, not big, but we'd made that move up. And I just didn't want to risk losing today. I think at this time we were quite a bit into market. It was a bit later in the day for how I would typically like to take a trade. And yeah, I just I moved it to break even there. So it actually worked out really well. So we ended up respecting this 5-minute gap here. So we did move higher, moved back into this gap, and then from here, we had that continuation that price moved higher. And it just got stronger throughout the day. So we made a move back down here. We inverse this 5-minute gap here, which I've already got marked out. And then once we inverse that gap here, I moved my stops to this level here, and had my stops just under this low. So yeah, I had my stops there eventually, and that's where they ended. Took full take profit here, and yeah, across the accounts, I think it was so 1,132 on the day across the 3 accounts. I'll leave a screenshot as well, just so you can see the balances, because we actually are getting close to potentially passing the accounts now. I would say we're probably 1 or 2 trades off. I would say 2 probably, with what we're taking at the moment. If we can get a super solid trade, it might be one, potentially one more trade, but who knows. So yeah, we're just going to keep moving as we are. We're going to keep trading the way we are. It's working. We're performing well. I'm happy with the way I'm trading. I'm sticking to my strategy, my Confluences. My emotions are good even when I'm taking a loss. I'm learning from my losses. So the way I'm actually trading at the moment, I'm very, very pleased with. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and keep working away at it. It might be sooner than I thought. It might be, next week. It might be the week after. Whenever that is, I'm comfortable with that. So yeah, so we're just going to keep plugging away. And yeah, we will probably be back tomorrow. And we'll see where we're up to then. But yeah, it's looking good at the moment. Very happy with today's win. And yeah, much needed after yesterday. Obviously, Monday. I don't know why this is showing as Sunday, because I obviously didn't trade Sunday. It's moved the days back for some reason. I don't know why. So this is Monday's trade here. So we were break even on Monday. We obviously had the loss that we took yesterday with that we went through, and then today puts us positive back on the week. So we'll see how we'll see how Thursday, Friday plays out, and we'll go from there. So if I do trade tomorrow, I will be back with you. And yeah, like always, if I don't, I'll be back with you when I next trade. That's just how it goes. So yeah, if you can, leave a like, subscribe, leave any comments, and yeah, I will. I'll see you when I see you.